But Michael, start with what we were just talking about, ESG, just a lot of pressure brought to bear from all over the place on fossil fuel companies. Should ETF managers be voting shares that are in line with their own ideology?
Yeah, it's tough, Joe, because on the one hand, they're responsible for casting those votes. On the other hand, you're certainly right that people who put money into pension funds and things of this nature, many of them probably don't share the views of these fund managers. You know, I'm of the view, I have kind of an old-fashioned view about this, that the social responsibility of corporations is to raise profits and to make money for their shareholders, and that if shareholders have particular social views or concerns about the environment or things of that nature, then what they should be doing is voting with their dollars, and they should be expressing that. So if people are putting money into a pension fund and the pension fund is pulling out of fossil fuels, they need to make their voices heard, and to a large extent they're not doing that right now. And so there's something to be said for kind of active corporate citizenship among people who are making some of these investments. But basically, I think you and I are on the same page about this.
Right. Congresswoman, we can even tie it into inflation now. I don't know what we're going to be paying for gas in July, but we certainly could have, I don't know, it could have been a little friendlier to funding fossil fuel development the last few years in both Europe and in this country, and it's coming home to roost.
Well, except that as I listen to this conversation, my view is that we're about 30 years behind investing in the kinds of renewable energies that would get us off of fossil fuels. And we have sitting over in the Senate a $550 billion investment in renewables and in dealing with climate change. And so this is not about just social and moral values. It's about an existential threat to all of us, whether we're consuming fossil fuels or not. It's a threat to all of us on the planet. And so I think that this conversation tied to inflation really is what are the tools that the president has in the short term, and maybe that's some sort of global, sort of release of strategic oil reserves. Those are short-term solutions, but the long-term problem here is that we have a dwindling resource. And we have not had the ability to invest in things that are not going to put all the rest of us as consumers in jeopardy because we're so heavily dependent on fossil fuels.
Shepard Smith here. Thanks for watching CNBC on YouTube.